Hey, what's up? Let's Go 360. I'm here today with my friend Todd, and we're going to be sharing this amazing 1964 Porsche. This is the 904 Carrera GTS, and I'll let him explain it.
Hey, hello everyone, and salute to Aaron and the Vets 360. This is a little bit about the Porsche 904 GTS. It is a car that was built and raced in '64 before the 917s. Had a great successful career for Porsche, and this car is made by Beck in Bremen, Indiana. They're very accurate on the recreation. I've had this car next to an actual 904, and they're nearly indistinguishable, even into the interior and the dash cockpit. This is a 2.7 liter flat six Porsche engine. I do consider there's some luxuries with this car. For instance, it's got air conditioning. Here in Florida, it's important to stay cool, and that's kind of a gotta have for Florida. But it's got an oil cooler on it. All the gauges work. The car itself is a 5-speed. The engine's been it's got the ability to perform. It's got great pull. I'll have more information on the engine and the specifics with it if anybody's interested. But we're really excited to share it with you today. We're going to go for a little ride.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And these are custom-made Coddington wheels to match the original 904 wheels back in the 60s. And again, it's all fiberglass, as was the original Carrera GTS.
That's awesome. I love the. So you added the.
I put on the rondelles and the numbers. The stripes are painted on by Beck. The oil cooler, the AC, the PMO carbs, all that's been sorted out by Beck. Drives great. Interestingly, I have fortunately found a Porsche steering wheel center, which was difficult to find when I got this car from Beck, which I ordered in 2020, and it was almost a 3-year window from signing for the roller until the completion that I got really in late 2022, early 2023.
No, it's awesome. Yeah, if we'll go ahead and close this rear clamshell, and I know you mentioned one other kind of interesting aspect with this one is that back door back here. So it does open. This is where the license plate is. Where you're saying that for racing?
For racing, they required that. So some of the Beck cars it's an option, and I wanted to keep every option open. As a matter of fact, I went with this Burberry seat material, but I actually have the black leather inserts that will interchange with these.
Okay.
Just in case, but I kind of like the Burberry.
No, I like it too. It's got the red stripe with some black. It gives a little bit different, a little different character.
Sure, and these are painted on, but we did do the black pinstripe vinyl just because it gave it a better shot. And then I went with the Porsche graphics on front and rear. These are actual Gila sports lights. That's another upgrade that I wanted originals. I didn't want just another fog lamp. And then the Talbot mirror. Those are nice, and yeah, we're looking forward to going for a little drive, and hang with us. We'll be back. Cool. Hey, well, thanks again back in this, and it's a beautiful day here in Tampa. We're just taking this out for a little run.
That's awesome. It's got a great sound.
Actually, the car drives great, handles great, fun to drive, draws a lot of attention. I don't necessarily want a lot of attention, but I like a little bit of attention.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, for cars and coffees, I don't know. I have some other cars that are pretty fabulous. that draws a lot of attention, but
That's a cool car.
this car, I would tell you that it's same as any of the other ones. They all get a lot of attention, and that's what cars and coffees are about, right?
Oh, for sure.
Sharing this, the history of this car with Porsche back in the 60s. It did precede the GT40s that Ford came out with, but it did race in several races and had great success.
That's cool. So you're saying this has has a flat six.
It's a 2.7 liter flat six. I've added air conditioning. I've added an oil cooler because I'm in Florida. It always runs cool. Never had any problems with it. It's
No
really
stereo.
no radio.
Sing to yourself. That's fine.
Just it's a cruising car and just fun to drive. I've taken it down to the Revs Institute, driven it down from Tampa. Right now I've got 1,200 miles
Wow.
on the car, and I've had it for 2 years. I really don't get out in it as often as I should, but I have other cars that I enjoy driving too, so it goes in the rotation.
Yeah, man. Almost all your cars, and the cool thing about your cars is they're all very different from each other, which is, kind of gives you a different experience every time you get in one of them.
Yeah, the kind of funny thing is, I got to remember every car I get in, the shift patterns are different. Some first is up and left, this one's down and lower, left and down, and
Okay.
you're driving along, all of a sudden the light turns green, and you're like, oh gosh, what car am I in? Where's my first? So it is a little bit of when you have a bunch of 6-speeds and 5-speed cars, even a 4-speed 356B coupe that I have, you just got to know what you're driving, right? And the day you're driving it. It's got a great exhaust note.
Is it basically straight pipes? Like looking at it back there?
Boy,
I would just say, I mean, the way they just come out
whatever
is
the
so nice.
configuration was, but so this car, interestingly, I had I sent a donor car up to Indiana, which was a 914-6 with this engine that was made for racing. So there's some specifics I'll add later on. I don't have it with me, but on the cam that's in it, and the electronic ignition, so forth. The nice thing is this will run on pump gas. It's actually really quite a simple car. There's really not much to it. There's the engine. There's the transmission was rebuilt by Beck. They just suggested they should go through it. They had really just everything put in was done by Beck. The motor, the air conditioning, everything that we're driving it today was all a result of Beck's engineering people, and they've always done a great job. So we're going to just go down Bayshore for a little bit. Give you a little tour of downtown and the wonderful Bayshore Boulevard, Tampa, where they have the Gasparilla.
A lot of nice houses.
Interestingly, yeah, there's some great houses. While we go down this little stretch of road, you may not even want to look at the car. There is a interesting dynamic here. The sidewalk is the longest continuous sidewalk in the world.
Oh, wow.
This ahead of us is Tampa General Hospital. But
that's interesting. I didn't know it was that long. I know it goes up the Riverwalk downtown, and then it even goes all the way into the military base, which is McDill Air Force Base, because Bayshore dead ends right into the base, but the walk
temperature, but I've had this out in summer, and I can run it, and it stays cool. I don't have any issues with temperature, and it's cool. I'm sure there'll be a little bit of bouncing on your.
That's fine.
Anyway, these houses are crazy.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine what the lot costs them to
Yeah.
build a home on this street.
Right.
I know, what island is it across?
Davis Island is
Davis.
Davis Island there, and then there's Harbor Island.
Okay. Where was it? I'm not sure if you're familiar. Derek Jeter and Tom Brady.
Yeah.
His house was off like a bay, but I can't remember like what island area.
I think that Jeter was on Davis Island.
Was Davis okay? Because I know it might be like off of this strip here on time on the right, but I'm not exactly for sure. But
I'm not as sure about Brady's house.
because he sold it, because Derek Jeter, when he went to Miami, he rented it to Tom Brady. And I remember Brady didn't like the house because it was right off of the bay.
Yeah.
And people would park their canoes and their boats,
Yeah.
hoping to catch a glimpse of it, because the whole back of his massive house was all glass windows. So
Yeah, I guess,
hearing about it, he spent most of his time in his apartment because he had way more privacy than actually in his home, because people just kept parking their canoes and there's nothing you do about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that water is not restricted area, so,
If you want to have a big home, be a celebrity, I guess you need to get some
yeah.
big tint windows on the back, or expect you're not going to have the privacy out here.
Ahead of us is the convention center, and we'll be seeing downtown Tampa. All this is new development. Tampa's, like every other city, I think it's grown, and we just had the Gasparilla race last Saturday. But during Gasparilla, I think they have 400,000 or 500,000 people
Yeah, I
in
bet.
attendance for the parade, which is it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, this little tunnel right here is one of my kids' favorites because these big circles on the walls change color.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah, they're always excited. Like, oh, the color changing tunnel. That's fun. And now it looks like they got it mostly. Oh, there they go, changing. Yeah, I really like downtown Tampa. It's clean. It's very easy to get around.
I was here for the last 3 or 4 days of last week at a convention, and they got the lightning. They got lots of concerts.
You want a big city life without kind of the big city feel. Tampa's perfect.
Yeah, we got a lot of great restaurants now that are here, and it's spread out. If Tampa's got too many things going on, there's other places that we could go to in other parts of the city, out by the airport. A lot of great restaurants there. We got the stadium. That's great.
Yeah, and then just kind of to the west of us, you got Ybor City.
Yeah.
Sorry, east. Let me get it right west, east, which is kind of like one of the oldest parts of like.
Sure. Yeah, the old cigar city.
Yeah, because I know they got the Columbia restaurant, which I think they're talking about is like the oldest restaurant in the United States. If I'm not mistaken.
I think it opened in 1906.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be up there with one of the oldest, if not the oldest. But yeah, Ybor City's awesome with kind of like the same feel as you see, well not here, but like all the streets are brick, at least to the left. But the old brick buildings, the old, you know, the old tobacco factories are still there.